breaking up. On the drive home, Junja tells Yoon that Taek-soo has been cheating. Then we see a family meeting being held where Yoon helps Taek-soo clear up the misunderstanding. Unfortunately, her parents only find new things to argue about, as their relationship is all of a sudden too far gone. Junja expresses to Yoon her regret for devoting all her youth to her husband and child, and never having lived for herself. Misuk asks Soo-ho to throw her a goodbye party while she's still alive. Soo-ho begs her to stop acting like she has already passed. Misuk wants him to let her go without fuss so that she can pass away peacefully. CEO Hwan checks in with Do-Hoon to monitor his progress with Chisuk. Do-Hoon relates how he gifted Chisuk a book of poems that very day. Though Do-Hoon is confident that she liked it, she's currently complaining about it over the phone to Yoon. In the car park, Chisuk spots Soo-ho having a sketchy meeting with Min-kyung. Min-kyung begs Soo-ho to help her with her work, but he shrugs her off, telling her that his wife is the reason he is even presentable and capable enough to attract women at work, and he needs to devote his time to her now. Yoon meets Chisuk outside Mi-suk's apartment. While Chisuk is hellbent on snitching, Yoon warns her that the news could worsen Mi-suk's condition. Inside Mi-suk's apartment, Chisuk loses her nerves and keeps her lips shut. Mi-suk gives them two pieces of advice. The first is that love can also be letting go amicably, and the second is that while you have it, you should express it without hesitation. In a conversation with Yoo-jun, Jae-Gook explains that he heard from the bartender that served Soo-won and Yoo-jun on the night of the accident that Yoo-jun followed Soo-won out into the rain in her own car. Yoo-jun alleges that she followed Soo-won to stop him when she realized that he was drinking and driving. But in an accompanying flashback, we see Yoon-jun trying to overtake Soo-won's car. She pulls into the opposing lane and must swerve out of the way of the oncoming traffic back into her own lane, and because of that, Soo-won also swerves, though he ends up crashing while she does not. That night, Chisuk shows up at Do-hoon's apartment with a bottle of wine, intent on taking Mi-suk's advice and showing him a night of passionate romance. We cut to Do-hoon serving her a pot of tea, cautioning her over the dangers of excessive drinking. Chisuk doesn't understand or appreciate Do-hoon's slow and steady approach to their relationship until he lets her know how precious she is to him. Yoon, having received Chisuk's earlier request to keep Jae-Gook away from Do-hoon's apartment, keeps working from inside his car. He gets an incoming call from Hae-ok and doesn't answer until Yoon prompts him to. Even then, he gets out of the car before picking up. Yoon sees this as the beginning of a strain on their relationship that will only get worse. She reiterates that breakups don't have to be sad. Once they have sincerely and openly loved one another, it's okay to part as well. Jae-Gook questions why she's always looking for a reason to break up and concedes that if she still doesn't think it will work out after they have done everything they wanted to, she can propose to break up again, and he will give her his answer then. Hae-ok sits in Soo-won's old room and has a flashback to Jae-Gook asking for her to accept Yoon. It's the first time he's ever asked her for anything. The Sono team gets a request from Lafayette for a fabric test report. It's the worst possible timing as they've already begun production. Before they can even decide what to do, another email comes from Lafayette requesting for more design modifications. Amid this mess, Sunju gets an offer for a position with another company. The catch, Nari must jump ship with her. Yoon wants to reject Lafayette's demands if they cannot come to an agreement soon. For the first time, Kwang-soo gives her his full report. Because he's in the middle of packing his office, he's obviously past caring and onto finding a new job before the acquisition. The revision requests from Lafayette continue to pile up as the fabric vendor comes to the one with the final samples for Yoon to choose from. Yoon decides to go with Sono's initial fabric choices, unwilling to lose Sono's identity for Lafayette's whims. Jae-Gook arrives at Hae-ok's house to find that she's packed up Soo-won's old room. She says she will allow Jae-Gook to keep seeing Yoon if they wait until she dies to take their relationship further. Hae-ok also admits to telling Yoon the same thing, that she would die, before she sees them together. Jae-Gook finally understands why Yoon has been obsessing over a breakup. He shows Hae-ok the extent of his anger for the first time, telling her that the only reason she's still in his life is because she is his mother. After storming out, Jae-Gook goes directly to find Yeon and hugs her while apologizing. To herself, Yeon hopes that their breakup will be somehow special. And that's it for this episode. Guys, what's up with parents who are living unhappy lives themselves, giving their children advice on how to live their lives? They always say it's because I was unhappy, so I can tell you what not to do. But like, no. Let's say you're bad at a job. You're not qualified to tell someone else how to do the job better. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. And click the subscribe button if you want to receive updates on future episodes and other dramas like this. Thank you for watching.